The Samsung Galaxy Note Edge is one of the most exciting smartphones of this year, at least in my opinion. As you see here, and you might have heard about that, it's the first smartphone, at least here in Germany, Europe, with that Edge display around here. You can do wonderful things with that. I'm coming to this a little bit later. First of all, I want to show you what's inside the premium package. This is a 64 gigabyte micro SD card. That's the flip cover. I'm coming to this a little bit later. And of course, we will have a comparison to this phone. This is the Note 4. And as you can see, it's not hard to recognize. It's kind of the same. Sure, it's a Note 4 with that Edge display here on the side, especially if you compare the sizes and the weight. It's almost the same, some grams lighter and a little bit shorter, but for that you have that display a little bit shortened. So we're coming to a diagonal here. It's 5.67 inches and here it's 5.53. So don't mind at all, especially because you have that Quad HD resolution, again meaning highest pixel density you can find at the moment. It's 1440 by 2560 pixels, coming to 531 ppi. This one was 518, so means the same. You do not see any differences what concerning this. So it's the best quality you can get. Of course, it's Super AMOLED, diamond matrix, sure. Yeah, and the thing is, as I showed you or told you, it's the Note 4, including that fingerprint reader down that button here, including heart rate monitor, 16 megapixels camera, shooting videos in 4K, meaning 4 times full HD. Optical image stabilizer, Snapdragon 805, meaning you have 4 cores, 2.7 gigahertz, Adreno 420, everything the same. And you have, of course, 4G, everything, dual cell HSPA, Wi-Fi, AC, and you can, and that's something I really appreciate from Samsung, that you can change the battery if you want to or need to. But that's the only differences I found at the moment. This one has 3000 milliamps and the Note 4 has 3200 milliampere hours. So a little bit bigger display, yes, and bigger battery, but you have that Edge display in addition here on the side. So we have to see what's the runtime of the battery in real life. I didn't have any time. This one arrived today, so I wanted to present you immediately because I couldn't do at the IFA in such a depth. And of course, almost forgot this one. You have that stylus. Again, it's exactly the same like on the Note 4. You have the same features without any differences. So meaning you have exactly the Note 4 features and Note 4 user interface and everything, but with that display on the side. And here we come now. Yeah, let's see what we can do with that and how this is working, and if it's just some tech spec or if it's really of need and worth its money on. So, first of all, you can do what I showed you. You can have these panels here, and for example, these are the most used contacts, and you have here notifications. At the moment I don't. And if you swipe up here, you come to the settings, and here you can manage these panels I've shown you before. Here you can select which one you want to see, download more, and of course have your own configurations and designs and what you want to have in those info streams here. For example, you can add what you want to see on the site at night, at which times, and so on. And this is the first thing. And you have, of course, these favorite up here. So you can say, for example, oh, I urgently need YouTube, of course, or whatever. Let's know this one, or play music or whatever, and reposition it, of course, where you want to get to done. And then you can scroll up and down this one here. And so you have your private personal app launcher here on the side. And if you swipe down from the top, these are some features that Samsung has added. First of all, voice recorder here. Then we have a stopwatch, timer. This is for the flashlight here on the back side. And this little friend over here on the side. But be aware, it's not exactly precise, just let's say a rough hint. I'm trying to show you here what I mean. I hope you can see this from the top, from the camera position on, but I hope you believe when I'm telling you. I really measured it hundreds of times. I couldn't believe, because I have 1 millimeter differences about these 10 centimeters here, so a slightly different measuring. So it's okay for a rough hint, but do not buy precious things with that and wonder afterwards why they are not fitting or whatever. You know what I mean, but that's just by the way. Yeah, and I guess the most, the best impression you can get with some apps, for example, here the camera app, what you can do with this additional display down here. First of all, look at this one you have here right below your right finger. This is for making photos, and of course you have all the modes and the features like on the Samsungs. You know, this one not in landscape mode, unfortunately. Settings, everything like on the Note 4 or S5, you all know this one. And something else I wanted to share is, for example, in the music feature, if you're starting here something, going to another, let's say, browser, looking on websites, then you can have here, for example, if I'm finding it, yeah, right here, you can skip forward, back, stop, start. So you have that and of course, what kind of music you're just listening to. So kind of additional information right here, right under your top finger. So this is something I really appreciate, because this is something I can imagine, especially because this API for developers is now open, so there will get, at least I hope so, hundreds of apps and functionalities you can have on this side panel here. So I really can imagine that this is helpful for a lot of things. Coming to the flip cover, as I promised you over here. First of all, I want to have, yeah, this is really plastic. It's looking kind of leather, and that might be from the optical, from the design here, might be okay. But to tell you the truth, it's from the feeling, from the haptics, it's not really classy, but there are some features I want to show you. First of all, of course, you have some cover for your protection for your screen. Not this part over here. This is completely free, and of course it's starting if you're opening it and this way, and you have this additional information here, and you can have that night vision mode there. But what I do not understand is why this one is not supporting wireless charging, because there are some flip covers, not this one, but you have to buy, even if this is the premium edition for 899 euros recommended retail price. Yeah, this one is not supporting Qi, this one is not supporting Qi, so you need to buy additional back covers if you want to have Qi wireless charging. And the second one I couldn't find, at least at the moment, I couldn't find both, that I want to have a flip cover and supporting Qi at the same time. So at least at what I can see now at the moment, you have to decide, do I want to have a flip cover or do I want to have Qi wireless charging? So this is not the optimum in my opinion, at least for a thing with these recommended retail prices. Yeah, well, that's, I hope, enough for some first impressions of the Samsung Galaxy Note Edge. Thanks for watching, and please be so kind to recommend my channel and to subscribe to it. Thanks for that in advance too. Take care. Bye.